Namaste. Welcome back to the Hemp Boys channel. We'll be more active this time and we'll talk more about hemp and our work and also what's happening in this world with hemp and cannabis, of course. So, in a recent update from India itself, from the state of Himachal Pradesh, the cabinet has approved, the HP cabinet has approved cultivation of cannabis for industrial research and scientific purposes. And this has followed the steps of Uttarakhand, JNK, Madhya Pradesh, and other few states which have also gone in the same line for research and industrial hemp. सो एचपी पे अभी क्या किया है कि कुछ दो साइंटिफिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस जो कि है वन ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन is Chaudhary Sarvan Kumar Krishi Vishwavidyalaya, which is in Palampur, and the other one is Dr. Y.S. Parmar University of Horticulture and Forestry, which is in Solan. So these two universities have got the the know-how, and they have been asked to also come up with the scientific seeds, low THC seeds, as we all know. So how does this have the implications for the industrial hemp scene in India और अभी इसके आगे क्या? तो एचपी कैबिनेट ने एक चीज जरूर कही है कि उत्तराखंड में जब पहली बार पॉलिसी आई थी 2017 पे, सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल हैव कंसिडर्ड उत्तराखंड एज अ पायोनियर इन दिस एरिया. And so is the case also because of there are many reasons behind it. Maybe people have not discussed those reasons before, but in this video I'd like to one reason which has made Uttarakhand a pioneer in the hemp scene in India is the cultural know-how of the seeds and of the uses. If I can go unfiltered, what has happened is कि उत्तराखंड पे जो लैंड रेस है, the Himalayan hemp seed which is there, that has been promoted and that has been preserved by the farmers. More so, the reason is that it's part of our food culture. It's part of the Bara Anaja cropping system which was given by Vijay Jardari ji. तो उनकी वजह से, and there are several other factors as well that it's used in our traditional crafts as well, in terms of when it was used for जो पिथौरागढ़ वाले regions है, जो बागेश्वर वाले regions है, which have the border sharing with Tibet and also earlier Nepal. तो अभी उसकी वजह से क्या होता था, there were like lot of socks making crafts and other things with happening with the Himalayan hemp fiber, and that has still sustained because in Uttarakhand the development has not reached so much, so the roads have still not reached those many villages, the bus network is still not there, mobile networks are still not there, so that art and culture is preserved. The traditional food knowledge system is very strongly preserved in Uttarakhand, where we still see farmer growing hemp seeds for chutney, bhang ki chutney, and other use cases as well, even if it is to cook their sabji and all. Himachal Pradesh, on the other hand, has lost a lot of its culture. And I would say specifically the food culture because of influence of Punjab and Delhi, and the tourism also which is happening. I had given hemp seed. There was an order from a customer who was from Himachal Pradesh, and one fact that she did mention to me was that her dadi used to make chawal, and then along with ghee she would serve some hemp seeds. So that was a nostalgic feel for her. That's the reason she ordered some hemp seeds from us, and then she used it in her food to just remind herself of the dadi dish जो बनाती थी दादी. But I don't think कि इतना ज़्यादा वो एक cultural वो use case है. And हिमाचल में दूसरी चीज़ क्या हुई है, land races have been forgotten. People for many reasons have gotten higher strains. They have got genetically modified strains as well, and higher THC strains as well, and that has also kind of created a very a system where it's kind of not really you get the right land race, you get like the right scientific ratios of CBD, THC. So that's where the research and scientific part becomes very important, where these kind of things need to happen in India at large scale now, even in Uttarakhand, because that has been missing from Uttarakhand scene as well. Although Uttarakhand has been stated across media houses and across different news on print that I've read recently that Uttarakhand already has the know-how, the pioneer. But whenever I go to the system and whenever I have approached the government officials and other people, I've always gotten this backlash, or I've always gotten this feedback. It's still something which is stigmatized, which is still a taboo subject. So अभी भी वो एक ग्रे एरिया में ही आता है हेम्प, इवन आफ्टर सो मेनी regulations and even after HP coming out with the policy. So it's in favor though. When you see it from the larger perspective, it's in favor of the whole use case of the hemp, which is to say as a potential to harness the rural communities and also bring out the whole economic potential of the mountain, specifically Indian Himalayan states. तो उसके लिए काफी एक अच्छा क्रॉप है. Say for example, I would just say it's a crop which you can use for also construction. We have seen in the last few years how both the states, even Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, have suffered due to climatic conditions, due to natural disasters. तो जब आप हेम्प को कंस्ट्रक्शन पे भी यूज कर सकते हो, यू कैन मेक सस्टेनेबल हाउसेज, यू कैन मेक सस्टेनेबल सोशल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, विच इज टू से लाइक स्कूल्स एंड अदर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. हेम्पक्रीट करके एक मटेरियल होता है विच इज मेड यूजिंग हेम्प शाइव्स और या फिर हेम्प की स्टेम को अलॉन्ग विथ lime and water, and you can also use the local mud for better context. And तो इस सब चीज़ों को use कर सकते हैं. And you can also do a lot of industrial application from it. You can make hemp seed oil, you can make hemp hearts, you can also use it for medicinal purposes like CBD oils, Vijay oils, which is again something which is monitored by the Ayush Ministry in India. The whole policy as such in HP would be of course under the supervision of Excise Department, and there would be an underplay of the mafias also again in HP, I think, and so is stated across the media reports that I was reading. But yes, this in the larger picture of the things, you see, it's a very progressive step for a greener future as well, for the sustainability of the Himalayan regions of India. And it's a bold step, of course, but it's a step which can also boost the state's economic GDP, because you can get chunks of revenue from licensing the whole farms, and the local people of course will get the most benefit because they can use it firstly for the traditional recipes, traditional things, secondly of course for the fabric, the fiber. Currently, if I were to just give you stats, more than 20 countries produce hemp, and more than 300,000 tons of hemp fiber is produced internationally and globally. And to say 70% or 75% of it goes from China. Indian Himalayan states have this potential to match. Nepal again is way ahead of us in terms of the hemp industry. 30 years into the hemp industry, Nepal already has been, and also does like a lot of exports to the European countries. So we are in a catch-up game right now. But I think hopefully, if a lot of startups are still there, we have startups in the Himachal Pradesh which are doing some fantastic work with hemp, and they have been doing it since 2017-18, the time I started my research. And in Uttarakhand, again, there are many players who have come up, and there are players like us who are also trying to work in a micro hub and spoke model and do a decentralized production. It's time that we all unite and kind of create this conversation and also take the whole industry to another level now, with two big Himalayan states being the raw material and research as well as scientific studies epic centers for hemp in India. That's it from the Hemp Boy. See you in the next video.